SMTN.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Shin Megami Tensei Network Link 344. I'm your host, Spencer Presley, and joining me from some mysterious part of the East Coast is Admangus Jagingus.
It's the boy. I don't know.
Confirmed 13-year-old boy, fresh out of high school. I don't know, what year do you start high school? Probably not 13.
Oh God, you're making me think too hard. I try not to think about school.
Don't type that into Google, anyone. I feel like that's asking for a trap.
Oh,
what age can I find high school boys at? But yes, besides being bad at knowing ages and good social structure, this is somehow the internet's #1 SMT, Atlas, and Persona related podcast. Jagingus is here for a very special reason, because you were hand-picked, personally invited by Sojima himself, I heard, to fly out to New York. Atlas footed the bill. They took you to Anime New York City. They sat you down at a private booth for a hands-on PC demo of Persona 3's newest expansion. Is this correct?
You're damn right, I got my grubby mitts on that thing.
Because, I mean, let's be honest.
Hashino approved.
They're not going to confirm or deny that they flew you out, so really you could just say whatever you want.
Yeah, we all went out drinking afterward.
Oh my God. Was Wada there?
So, no, he just kind of did like an Irish dip on us at one point.
Oh, that's classic Atlas executive behavior. I appreciate that.
Exactly.
He probably wanted to sneak out because, he wanted to hang, but he heard about the, Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh! Collab at McDonald's, and he was like, dude, I gotta get these fucking toys.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about that.
I want you to know, while we've been recording, my wife literally just walked in, and I saw her through the window. She, lifted up and had 2 Happy Meal toys in her hand. She was, so fucking pumped, so we gotta find out who... Currently, we have 4. So, I don't know, have you heard the drama about this collab, though?
I have not, no. I know nothing about this.
Okay, so, for anyone out there who does not know, or lives under a rock, Hello Kitty, she has no standards. She will collaborate with anyone. She might collab with us for all I know.
She's about to collaborate with Junji Ito.
Well, she already did, actually. That's the wild thing.
Oh, that happened before, okay.
Yes. So... Back in March, McDonald's announced there was a Hello Kitty, Sanrio, Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossover. Why Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know. Really weird. I guess it makes more sense than Magic the Gathering, but I mean, then at the same time, does it really? So, it's basically Hello Kitty and friends are wearing, hoodie costumes. Thank you. And she just came in with boba, and I had to look at what the random white chunks in the bottom were. Is this fruit? Oh, it's peach. Okay, that makes more sense. So, there are 10 of them that technically exist. I'm not going to remember all their names. Ironically, I can remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters, but not the, Hello Kitty friends. I would just be the blue penguin, the black penguin, the puppy dog, the other puppy dog. So... They have 10 of them that technically exist, and America is one of the last places to get them. So we just started getting it this week, 5 months after the rest of the world was getting them. And so what's so funny about it... Oh, she brought them in. Who'd you get? Oh, you didn't want to ask like me and be that weirdo. So, hold on. Are they both the same? Oh, you already checked. That's okay. It means you can just trade. Yeah.
McDonald's Happy Meals are my
favorite
thank
gacha.
You.
So yes, the McDonald's Happy Meal gacha was not nice to us. We have 2 duplicates now. But although we already have multiple duplicates in other ways. So there is Karibo, Time Wizard, Dark Magician Girl, all three Egyptian god monsters, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and for some reason, the rest of the world got Red Eyes Black Dragon, but we didn't. And I've been trying to think about this. I'm like, why not him? Like, who did them wrong?
Just not cool enough.
What do you mean Red Eyes Black Dragon is, like, I would say cooler than Blue Eyes?
I said we're not cool enough for it.
Oh, that's probably correct. But yeah, I'm like, dude, swap Time Wizard. Time Wizard is cool, but, like, he's only cool if he's got Baby Dragon. Time Wizard on his own blows.
Mm.
So, there's been some controversy there, but what the problem has been, though, with the McDonald's collab is most stores only got one or two toys. So you have to go to multiple McDonald's.
Oh, no.
And when I mean have to, as a 30-year-old man, I mean have to. You have to be that guy who's a 30-year-old man living in the Midwest, and you have to ask, hello, I would like to know what Happy Meal toys you have in so I don't get any duplicates for my grown man collection.
Oh my god. No, I couldn't bring myself to do that. I have too much social anxiety for that.
Well, you know what's nice is people assume I have children. So, like, they don't assume it's for me. Now, ironically, I don't know, actually. It's kind of weird. Because this is, like, weirdly, like, it covers a lot of fronts, though. Because, like, there's a lot of kids who like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, boys and girls. And then same thing for Hello Kitty. It's just, it's such an interesting collab because I genuinely care more about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Nostalgia versus the Hello Kitty.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get.
But
both
because
sides
it's
of
Hello
it.
Kitty, it lands on both sides way more, which is funny because like we have a lot of my wife has a bunch of nieces and they're all into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm like, how are you into Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh's
Like outside of your
still
parents,
out there, I guess.
it is. Well, I mean, like it's about to get its I think 11th anime. They're going to announce it this year because they're already on their
God.
10th.
Wow. I don't even remember the last
So-
time I've watched the show.
Well, I mean, what's funny is, like, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been in this place for a while, where, like, I would say most nostalgia, they don't really milk anything post-GX. Like, a good example is, like, they just came out with some Funko Pops and other, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX merch for, like, the Elemental Heroes. But, like, you're not seeing Stardust Dragon or, like, XZ's monsters as, like, the hot shit, you know?
Mm. There's always the ones left out.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, one day they'll get there. This is still just a very weird thing because, like, I don't. If you haven't seen this, you should at least look this up. The front of the Happy Meal box is literally just Yami Yugi on one side,
Yeah.
and then Hello Kitty,
I
like
have
as if
seen that. Yeah.
a match made in heaven.
Bro.
Like it looks so out of place.
This new Two-Face design's kind of weird.
Do you ever think about how much money Konami makes just through Yu-Gi-Oh?
That's right, they do. They do get that Yu-Gi-Oh money. Oh god. They don't even need to make any more games.
Probably a little more than Suikoden.
I mean, I'm probably gonna get it. Especially, I'm surprised we're getting a physical of that. Honestly,
No, I mean, okay, I should
fully
be
expected
surprised.
that to be an Asian English import for me.
Konami's weird though. Like some stuff they'll like, and I didn't even know this until recently. But like, you know how they were working with limited run for a lot of stuff, and I mean they probably still are for their smaller things.
Yeah, they're probably gonna.
I
go
didn't
for
know
this
this.
new Castlevania collection.
Yeah, but what's funny is like I didn't know about this. Anytime Limited Run does a game with Konami, Konami makes them give them a exclusive version to sell on their store, and I'm like, that's so smart. Because like I remember like asking Atlas and stuff in Limited Run the same thing. I'm like, A, why didn't Atlas just sell their games directly and not go through Limited Run? But then at the same time, Atlas, when they had a store, I was like, why not just collaborate with them so you can do both?
Yeah, it would make sense.
So, Hello Kitty, Yu-Gi-Oh! McDonald's tangent aside, Jagingus, you've survived Anime NYC.
One
Was
day
it your
of
first year?
I have that. It was my first convention.
What? And you were like, I'm going to just throw myself into the busiest convention possible.
See, I was like, well, it's not Anime Expo. It's not a Comic-Con. It's like somewhat less than that, but like not like a small thing. I thought, okay, won't be too bad. And I went on a Friday, so it's like probably the
It's
least
definitely
busy
no
day.
Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. A Saturday or Sunday would be way worse. I only went on Friday, and even met up with some people in the Discord group. So,
Oh, nice. Who'd you meet up with? Who can we dox?
shout out to Kane and Phones.
Damn. Thanks for the invite, guys. I appreciate it.
I mean, you gonna come over to New York, Manhattan?
I have flown cross country for less reasons. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you did just do it for fucking California.
Can you imagine, like, weekend after weekend, you're like, all right, guys, I just got fired, so now let's fly to California, and then the next week let's fly to New York, but only for one day. Only for one day. Let's be responsible.
So I flew to Japan and looked for answers.
Yeah, I'm the Nick Robinson of homeless people right now.
Oh god, I mean, man, I've never made it over to the West Coast, so got that on me.
Not yet. Not yet. The Anime Expo meetup next year, it will suck you in.
Honestly, I could see myself going to Anime Expo. It's just a matter of the money of California.
Oh my god, I know. I'm still paying off last year.
Oh fuck.
So for you though, what made you want to go as your first convention, and why Anime NYC?
Well, one, it was just something that me and my girlfriend have talked about like a bit, like about going to one together, and that one was coming up, and I knew that I had friends who were going, Kane and Phones, and I thought, well, maybe I can try and side us into this one for at least a day, just to give it a go, and yeah, pretty much that was it.
So did she get to go with you as well?
Oh yeah, we both went. Both
Nice.
cosplayed and everything.
Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna try and guess.
Well, you saw mine.
You were Hello Kitty. You were Hello Kitty wearing Yu-Gi-Oh's skin as a hoodie.
Yeah, right on the dot. Good job.
Awesome. Thank God. So, I'm pulling up your picture you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot this. So, who took the picture of you playing?
My girlfriend.
Okay. You did not mention that part, so you sent me a picture of just a guy dressed up as Big Boss.
Yes, get it right.
You sent me a picture of someone playing Big Boss. I'm double checking so I make sure I gaslight you correctly here. Big Boss
with significantly longer hair.
That's true. Damn, you have some long ass hair. Yeah, literally just says, look, Snake Gaming at the Aigis demo, and then I thought what that meant was you just happened to be in line behind a guy dressed up as Big Boss.
No, that's me. That's me right there.
That is too funny. Could you?
I just thought you
could you imagine if you were both dressed up as him and waiting in line for the same demo?
I mean, there were some other snakes out there.
That is so funny. So
there was an old snake, but I didn't see him. I'm upset.
Well, yeah, he had the Octo camo on.
You know what? Yeah, he was hiding from me.
So, by the way, there was one guy, I wish I had a picture of it still, many, many years ago, I ran into a Old Snake cosplayer who specifically had the face mask camo, and it was so funny because I remember it was like, hey, you got a hole in it at the front, and I was like, is it like to breathe or something? And he had perfectly cut a hole so he could smoke a cigarette through the face mask.
That's fucking incredible. Oh my god.
So I then have to ask, was your girlfriend also cosplaying as something Metal Gear related?
No, I have not sucked her down the Metal Gear hole yet, but it'll happen. It'll happen. I've almost got her through the entirety of Persona 5 Royal, so that's a start.
You're like, honey, look at this incredibly tame cosplay of Eva.
I mean, hey, she would be all for it, let me tell you.
But, like, specifically, ending of Metal Gear Solid 3, pregnant and on the verge of death, Eva. Specifically that one, so I have to carry you around the whole time.
Oh, boy. Don't get down the Metal Gear brain rot hole, because this will become like a 5-hour podcast. Welcome to the Phantom Pain spoiler cast. I know we're almost a decade
Part
late,
two.
But we did it, guys. Part 2.
There will, wait. If you guys think my coverage of Atlas games is good, wait till we get closer to
Delta.
The Delta brain rot will be very real.
you got to get me on for a Delta cast.
I do not think those will be spots that fill up very quickly, so that will be very doable for you.
I will talk about Metal Gear any day.
So
okay, back to
the
actual topic.
I was just thinking, God, if only the Delta demo was there. If only.
Okay? I probably would have went to that before fucking episode Aigis. I'm gonna be real.
Like, which PS2 remake are you more excited for? Isn't it wild to think those are both PS2 remakes, both came out around the same time, and both are on Unreal?
Don't forget Silent Hill 2.
Is Silent Hill 2 also
Unreal? Yes. It's Unreal.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I was thinking about their other ones, because I remember their first Unreal game was why am I forgetting your name? I'm looking at my PS5 copies right now, so I can feel bad. The Medium. The Medium was their first Unreal game.
Okay.
But yeah, so Snake Eater was 04.
Mm-hmm.
Which now makes me... Well, no, I remember that one. I was thinking Persona 3, and I was like, oh my god, that's so horrifying. I just realized, how the fuck is Snake Eater almost a year older than Persona 3? Like, you look at those games graphically, you're like, damn, bro, we fell off hard.
Well, not everybody's got the Kojima bucks.
Yeah, it's true. The Kojima budget for voice acting was probably higher than the entirety of Persona 3.
This is the same man that got Kiefer Sutherland.
For all the good and all the bad. But yeah, that is so funny. I did not realize at all that picture was you playing. I just figured that was who you were in front of. So that's so funny. So who was the girlfriend cosplaying as then?
Raven from Teen Titans.
Oh, okay. Are we going for like comic accurate or like show accurate?
More show.
But also, like actually, we gave her a bobblehead. She was specifically the Teen Titans Go version.
She was actually the Funko Pop. I imagine that there's a Raven Funko Pop.
Oh, there's many. There's many.
See, I tried to think about a connection to myself where, obviously Raven, like Vulcan Raven, haha.
That is so funny.
Had to get a Metal Gear connection.
So, obviously, you probably got stopped for more pictures than Raven, I'm assuming.
I did get stopped for a number of pictures to my surprise. Like, I mean, I guess I did pretty decent with this thing then.
Also, I looked it up. Jesus Christ, there are so many Raven Funko Pops.
Oh,
like,
no.
so many.
But not a single Vulcan Raven. Come on, Konami, let's go.
Not yet. I really hope that we get, like, very inappropriate Metal Gear... Oh, wait, no. There is a Vulcan Raven figure from McFarlane, but not a Funko Pop.
We need Funko Pops. We always need more Funko Pops, obviously.
Words no one has ever said in a genuine tone.
What do
I have a game for you? I've got Funko Fusion ready for you, dog.
That's right.
Any day now. Are you ready for the world's best adaptation of The Thing and Shaun of the Dead?
Have you thought about the fact that you might have to cover it if they ever decide to put the Persona 5 Funkos in?
That is actually pretty cursed. I could see that happening. I'm morbidly curious about that game. I actually might check it out. There's I saw it recently as like going up for like review code requests, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not a game I'm interested in terms of the theme of Funko, but the guy who's working on it, I've actually followed him for a long time back when he was at TT Games doing the Lego stuff.
Interesting.
So I'm like, there's a chance it will be good. Mm-hmm. It won't make me love Funko Pops, but there's a chance it could be good.
Like, just good as a game.
As a game, yes.
Yeah.
That just happens to have Five Nights at Freddy's.
I gotta say, having Scott Pilgrim and Five Nights at Freddy's in the same thing is baffling.
How about that we also have we've got Nope next to Megan. We've got Nope Funko Pops, which I don't think actually exist. I think because there's a couple of Funko Pops they just made for that game.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna look this up. Nope Funko Pops. You know Nope, everyone's favorite. Okay, so there are Funko Pops for it.
Okay.
I don't know why, but there are Funko Pops for them.
Because everyone needs another dollar.
Which is more wild too, because like it spoils the movie. Like, have you seen Nope?
I have not yet, no.
So Nope is like I actually probably it might be my favorite of Jordan Peele's movies.
Okay.
And did you at least see Us or Get Out?
I saw both of those, yes.
Okay. If you are at least moderately into those, I would say definitely check out
Oh,
Nope.
yeah. It's definitely one
But
I've wanted to watch.
the less you know, the better. Definitely do
Mhm.
not look up it in Funko Fusion because the whole thing of that movie is that you don't know what the creature is,
Uh-huh.
and all of the gameplay it shows is just spoiling the ending of that movie.
See, all I know is that there's an Akira slide.
There is. There's an. I mean, kind of segue. You know what else we now found out has an Akira slide? Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow 3.
Yeah, that's right. Keanu Reeves back at it again.
Do you think they were just like, all right, Keanu, just don't even try to change your voice. Just make it the most you possible.
We just need everyone to know that it's you.
You know, like, what I couldn't get, there was, like, 2 moments of, like, feeling like I was taking crazy pills with Sonic 3. Like, are you, like, morbidly curious? Are you into the movies? Like, what's your, like, give a fuck care for the movie?
I haven't seen any of the movies, but like
That's wild.
yeah, I mean I'm a rather
What are you, a
indifferent.
grown man?
No, I'm just indifferent to most Sonic most of the time, but I have a vague interest. I'm just saying like the movie will suck unless they have I Am All of Me in it.
We at least got a cover of Live and Learn today. So we're getting there.
Okay, also that needs to be like the credits song pretty much.
So here's the weird thing with Sonic 3 and Shadow specifically. It knows it's a kids movie, but I feel like the world forgets that sometimes when like the like mouth breathing Sonic fans are like freaking out about it like it's like a new Christopher Nolan movie coming out. But what's so funny about it to me is like there was 2 moments of like, guys, I swear to God, you all just collectively forgot this was a thing. And it was a week ago when people were like, guys, they just confirmed Keanu Reeves is going to be Shadow. And I'm like, we've known this for months.
Yeah.
Like, we knew that. I don't know, like, did we just forget or something? Because, like, we knew this all the way back before the Knuckles show was out. Because people were asking Idris Elba, they were like, hey, are you excited to act alongside Keanu and blah, blah, blah. Which is funny because they're both just doing random VO lines at a booth. They probably never even ran into each other. But the
This
funny
and
thing about it
Cyberpunk.
was... yeah, it's true. But then, like, what's funny is, along with that, was people collectively kind of losing their shit that there hadn't been a trailer yet. And let's see, so just about like a little over 3 months away from the movie coming out because it's December.
Mhm.
And I will say this. Seeing them advertise the movie at Gamescom, like, did you see the posters they had up at around Gamescom for Sonic 3?
I think I saw some kind of like electronic billboard or something, but I don't know
So
about the posters.
all of those were in lead up to the trailer recently, but the week before at Gamescom, what was so funny about it was the fact there's been no released assets besides an original logo. No model for Sonic or Shadow or anything, so all of the marketing material before today was just Sonic 2 stuff with Sonic 3's logo. So, like, the joke of, like, Sega reusing assets for Sonic all the time, even went into the movies, which is so funny. I was like, because they showed a trailer off for this movie, like, 3 months ago, but, like, I don't know if they were just letting it cook, waiting till the summer. Like, blockbusters were out before kind of advertising it. It was just really funny. I couldn't figure out what was the deal with it. But, like, now that, the trailer's been out, it has been really funny of, like, I knew this movie was going to be big. I am excited about it myself, but I'm like, man, I'm not going to lie. Unless somehow, because I've got no reason to think that this movie's going to blow. I'm like, if they can make Sonic 1 and 2 bearable with barely any Sonic in it, the fact that Sonic 3 is just straight up Sonic Adventure 2, the movie, like, all they gotta do is shoot a kid in the face and we're golden. Like, that's all they gotta do. We're not asking a lot here.
That's like all the tweets I've seen about Sonic 3. Just like, oh, that kid's gonna get shot.
I mean, dude, if not, there will be booze. There will be booze
riots.
in that if they're like, I'm sorry, guys, Maria got sick with Lou Gehrig's disease and passed away in their sleep. No, dude, we need a bullet in between Maria's skull.
Oh my god, need a full slow motion Max Payne shot at Maria.
I'm just imagining you like. Just turning Shadow, big voice by Keanu, into just like brooding Max Payne 2 energy.
Mark Wahlberg himself will shoot Maria.
Oh my god. I bet you Mark Wahlberg doesn't even remember making that movie.
No, probably not. He's done too many fucking movies like that.
So, Sonic 3 talk aside, I forgot we're talking about a convention
so
over
many
here.
side tangents.
Exactly. So we're gonna get the boring talk out of the way, and we'll be nice this episode. We'll talk about the demo, then I'll ask you my million other questions about Anime NYC. So,
All right.
the setup for this was very weird. There was no Atlas booth.
No.
There was no Sega booth. It was is it Hype B or what's their name?
It's Height, like Hyte.
Oh, Height. So, Height, who came out with a bunch of Persona 3 Reload PC accessories, had a demo build of the answer, and they were the only place... Like, this is the only English demo that will be available to the public. That, I don't know, did they lose a bet and have blackmail against Atlas, and that's why that they're doing this? I don't know. It's kind of weird to have a demo for a expansion pass from Atlas anyway. Like, this is all such new territory for all of this. Like, the whole thing was so weird. So, what I want to know before getting into the long answer was, how was the booth? How long was the line? And then how much can you tell me about the demo?
Well, the line honestly wasn't that bad. That's kind of why I went for it. Like, there was a bit where it just kind of stayed still for a while, but I checked it like twice. The line wasn't really all that long. The booth itself, it was pretty much just a big old... There was just a big old wall with just that red art with Aigis. And then just a line of like tables and PCs. Of course, they were the Persona 3 Reload PC towers.
Gotta stay on brand.
They gotta show, hey, look at this thing. Don't you want it?
If I had a PC, I would probably actually use that case. Their accessory stuff did look pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did. I wanted that keycap set, but I didn't end up getting it.
I think they just restocked everything. So I don't. Because there was a couple that had sold out. I think they just restocked recently for the answer.
Might have to take a look at that. But
Make some bad financial decisions.
maybe. But yeah, I just kind of sat in line for a bit. Then eventually, I just got on a PC, mouse and keyboard only, which was really awkward.
I'm not gonna lie. People need to know this. I'm a very open-minded individual. I don't make fun of people in a genuine way if I think it's going to hurt their feelings. If I see you willingly play any game, like Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, and you're playing with mouse and keyboard, I will genuinely make fun of you till the end of my days.
See, I'm like that with like action games, like Devil May Cry. I don't see how people play that with mouse and keyboard.
I'm just imagining. Alright, dude, check out this sweet WASD combo in DMC5.
I've literally seen like a combo video, and at the bottom right, it was in DMC5. I noticed that it was just the keyboard, and I'm like, what the fuck? How? How do you do it?
Oh my god.
But
so
yeah, I
handicap aside, how did it feel? Like, was it weird?
It was really weird. I was messing up my inputs because of it, and I kept like pressing buttons, trying to figure out what everything did. I would have thought they would at least have like some Xbox controllers or something.
I mean, it's got to just be because they're like, well, we don't sell Xbox controllers, so they have to play using our keyboard.
Yeah, yeah, because they're a PC brand, so they gotta have the PC version.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you want me to buy your fancy $90 keyboard cap, if I don't put my gamer fingers on it, they will stay pretty forever. So give me a gross 360 controller.
Uh, yeah, that probably would have been a pretty greasy controller.
So what do you remember from the demo? Like, was it timed? I know it wasn't like super long, but like, what
No,
were
it
your
was
options there?
it was pretty short, all things considered. It wasn't like a timed thing. It was one of those like we have save files and everything else aside from that is grayed out, so you can't touch it.
It's like no settings, no getting to adjust
No,
anything. Like, could you
no,
at least change
honestly,
like who was in your party?
I'm not sure about that. I didn't see if I could change. Honestly, one of the first things I wanted to do when I knew I could try to go to this demo was I wanted to see if I could get the new dungeon music at all. Like just running around the dungeon playing
Oh,
the FES tracks.
and I assume no luck.
No, I looked through the settings. There were no options like that. I really wanted to, because I really like that arrangement of Persona that was in FES. So I want to hear the reload version.
I'm like stupidly excited for those songs.
I
Also, like,
know.
can we just talk about the fact, by the way, that like there's a new kind of Persona game coming out in 2 weeks exactly. Like from this recording date, we're 2 weeks away from the answer.
Yeah, do we know how long it's going to be?
They have said 25 to 30 hours, so I think being generous, I bet you could probably beat it in less than 20. But I mean,
Hmm.
even if it's around 20, I think that's insane. Because the answer's pretty long, but we also
Yeah.
don't know how much new content they're adding. Because like we've seen a little bit, but that's not counting stuff like the optional boss fights or any of the extra like story stuff.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, the demo. Pretty much you just load in, and it seems like it's like when you first kind of go into the dungeon area. Um, this thing,
Are you at the start of the basement or like where did they throw you at?
no, you're just already in the dungeon. You're just like on a dungeon floor.
Oh,
It's
so like you don't even get to like go to the hub in
no,
the dorm.
no. Literally, it was just you load in. You're in a dungeon. It's you, Metis, Yukari, and Akihiko.
Everyone's favorite party.
And you have like
Do you remember like the level or anything of where everyone was
I,
at or the floor?
I think it was about well like the character level was like 2025 something around there. I don't remember the exact floor it was. It just seemed like it was pretty early because pretty much it was a regular like normal Persona 3 Reload dungeon floor. There was a second floor that was pretty much just a staircase, and then the final floor was like kind of like a mini boss. Like these demons are slightly stronger type of floor, and then you go through a door, and then it reaches that like room with all the doors from the answer, and then it ends.
That is so funny because like I'd mentioned this to you a little bit before, but like at the preview event they had like a couple weeks ago, there was a lot more in that build, but it was still very much kind of segmented off. Like they haven't shown anyone like the full game yet
Hmm.
or the full expansion. So I was kind of like, oh, it's got to be the same demo. So I'm even more shocked that they made a separate demo just for this Western only event.
Yeah, like I guess it was just get taste of the combat, even though it's the same combat as in Reload, I guess. And I would be pretty sure that most people go in there have already played Reload.
I had someone ask me this recently, and I thought it was so funny. I hadn't thought about it, but hypothetically, because I know that this is the case, but like I don't know why anyone on God's green earth would do this. You could buy this game and the expansion pass for $100 and only play the answer. because it's just its own separate menu that
Yeah,
you
that's
start. Like, it's
true.
not like it loads in, and I'm like, oh, God, I hope no one ever does that.
There's gonna be that one person.
Mhm.
There's gonna be
Can
that
I
one
beat the
person.
answer without playing any other Persona?
What the fuck's a persona? Uh,
So, let me
oh
think of some
yeah.
other ones. Were you able to see any of the new theurgies?
I saw Medicis.
Oh, okay.
Medicis was
Although
pretty
I
cool.
assume it was in English.
Yes, it was in English, English dub.
Okay.
Yeah, even had
How
some like running around the dungeon dialogue where Metis was just kind of glaring at Yukari.
they're going to be? I've heard they're going to become the best of friends. By the way,
Uh,
what's your history with the answer? Have you played it before,
I
are you kind of going into this fresh?
I played it like years ago when I played FES. When I say years ago, it was like probably like 2019.
Yeah, that was a whole
But
Metal Gear Solid 3 remake ago.
yeah, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I've played it before. I have memory of it, but some of it's probably vague.
Would you say mostly good, mixed? Where
Like
are we at in terms of remembrance?
like the overall story, I think is good, but like there's just it's kind of a slog to get through at times. It's just kind of it's a mixed bag, but like overall, it's fine in the original FES. I imagine this version would be like more streamlined, probably.
Well, and that's what's funny is like we're so close to this. We've seen some previews outside of additional moments of story. We still don't know really how much new content there is, and they haven't really shown very much along with it. So it's just kind of like, huh, like should I assume this is going to be pretty straight in terms of a faithful game with it? But then at the same time, they're already doing more because like I feel like going from reload to answer, reload did a lot more in terms of quality of life changes than I would have expected, and at the same time, I think to make the answer a lot more enjoyable and digestible, there's a lot more work to be done. But are they going to think it's worth it just for an expansion versus, we'll just throw it all in there?
Yeah, I mean, this is the same company that, at least for us, marketed Royal without showing barely any of the new content. Pretty much just showed the show
Hey,
times
there's a
Kasumi
grappling hook though.
existing.
What else do you
Oh
need?
yeah, right, the
That
grappling
grappling
hook.
hook is that's the fuck that third semester, man. How many times can I use that grappling hook? That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know. Yeah, the grappling hook. You know,
Persona 3 doesn't have a grappling hook.
yeah, yeah. Why didn't they put a grappling hook in Persona 3 Reload?
Because you cannot reload grappling hooks. I'm just saying
Not with that attitude.
if they updated the evokers to have grappling hooks and be able to shoot yourself in the head, way better.
You
Way, way,
you
way,
just
way,
take
way better.
one grappling hook all the way up to the top of Tartarus.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, that would have been pretty broken. But
That's a new game plus
I've
item.
I have not listened to it yet. But what did you think of the new battle theme?
Well, I have heard it before playing the demo, but hearing it in game was nice. I do. At first, I was kind of like I liked it, but like I was kind of weird on it at first. But like it's definitely grown on me over time, and uh, also heard a bit of the new mass destruction too. Well, at least in the game.
See, I'm still going in as blind as possible. No music spoilers.
No, yeah, most of the time I'm the same way.
I don't want to hear Obi-Wan, the death of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and get spoiled on this DLC from 18 years ago.
I mean, it seems like it might have its own opening.
I see that was funny because that's what I thought they were going to announce at opening night live.
Mm,
So I hope that we don't get spoiled on that. But then at the same time, those opening animations are actually really expensive. So like, I wouldn't be shocked if they don't do it. But they've
yeah,
already kind of committed to this a lot harder than I ever thought they would. So optimistic. Just if not for anything, that it would at least be another song we get, because at least going from the original answer, there's not a lot of new music in that. There's still a lot of repeated like stuff you're going to go through and hear.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it could just be a situation like they did with Persona 3 Reloads, where they didn't release like the opening online until like a bit before the game came out. Maybe they'll just wait till like the week of to put a video out on YouTube that here's the opening, guys.
Yeah, I could see that too. Anything you're excited to see or hoping you might see with the flashbacks we're getting?
I mean, if they can do a deeper dive and like kind of do more with like the overall story of it, that would be nice. Like just kind of, because it seems like that's kind of what they did with some aspects of Reload, just kind of build upon what was already there
Like
in smaller aspects.
my hope for it was, considering that we already have new models that we've seen in the flashbacks, like the younger versions of like Yukari, not Yukari, Mitsuru and Akihiko and stuff. I think it would be really, really cool to see either flashbacks with Ken and his mom before her passing, like actually get to see what their interactions were like, or even just some more stuff with Shinji, just because I've got a bit of a hunch we might not get we might not get much Shinji in this game.
Yeah, I never thought about that. So now the answer has like nothing Shinji.
No, which is very weird. And I mean, like, it's about the ending. I mean, spoilers, everybody. There's a couple of people not in this game that you may have noticed. So
I know, guys. It's
a
really upsetting that he is not around anymore.
Oh, you see, you're going to say that we're only going to get new Akutsuki lore.
See, I mean, would it be the worst thing? I guess. No, wait, no. They're gonna give us more Akutsuki lore that leads us to Show.
That's what I was going to say. The only new Akutsuki lore I will allow is Akutsuki lore with Show Minazuki.
Imagine an Unreal Engine Show model.
I wish this was a video show now, so you could see just how much you have made me soil my pants.
Oh boy.
So, I was trying to think other ones with it, but yeah, like I think the overall mood online for this is also so funny, because I've seen a couple of people. I forget like who. I think it was like David or somebody I'd seen do a video that was like, "Well, guys, we gotta admit it now. Nobody cares about the answer," and I'm like, I think people forget how popular this is still going to be. Like, just because people are either mad they have to pay $35 or think it should have been included or hate the answer, or just maybe because people aren't talking about it really right now, I will be genuinely shocked if this doesn't do well, or at least people talk about it at launch. Because I'm like, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I should not be excited. I mean, there's no reason not to be, but I have all the reason in the world not to want to pay more money to play an aspect of this game I was not a fan of originally.
Yeah.
But I liked Reload so much that I'm just like, oh, cool, more Reload. I can't wait. Like, I'm
pretty much in a similar boat.
Like, here's a testament to that game. I haven't even taken it off my hard drive since I beat it.
Yeah,
like I literally I've literally kept it on there. Because I do want to go back and get the platinum and like finish up my New Game Plus run. But then like at the same time, it's like, yeah, dude, like I'm ready for more of this game. Like some of my favorite aspects of Reload are the combat.
Yeah.
Now the other interesting thing, because I forgot about this till some previews went up. The answer is very combat heavy. There is little to no social aspects. And I'm wondering how the reception to that will be. Because, like, personally, while I love the social aspects, like, I think the combat in it is really, really solid, that, like, I'm not going to find myself missing it. But, like, for you, like, is it one of those things that, like, do you think will that be universally positive or negative when it comes out?
I don't know if it's really going to be one way or the other about it. There's going to be the people who want that social sim aspect of Persona at all times, but unless they miraculously want to try and find a way to add it in with episode Aigis here, I just might not be for them, but I mean, hey, I'm gonna eat it up when it comes out, even though I
See,
have to
because
pay
the
$35
interesting
for
thing
it.
with it is like it's a Groundhog Day situation. They're stuck at the end of March, but they also can't leave the house. Like
Yeah,
they're stuck at the dorm, so it's kind of interesting how it sort of like bites them off at being able to do other things with it. Now, I think reasons for that, especially once you beat Persona 3, you'll realize it, is like you can't just then have that open world still be there of
yeah,
the city because let's say, okay, my playthrough because nothing that you did in the answer affects sorry nothing you do in the journey affects the answer. Everyone's playthrough, no matter what ending you got, like there's one true ending that the answer goes off of, and none of your social links or other things like that are really going to be affected or counted here, which, yeah, I can understand being a little bit disappointing, but because of that, you can't really then just like expect Aigis to have all the social links that you had in your playthrough.
well, yeah, because obviously there's people that I guess would have never met. It's not like I guess is just him, just because she's got Orpheus now.
I will say, coming from Vengeance, I will be curious to like go back from like Theurgies to the Demon Limits back to Theurgies because like I'm still not sure which one I like more, but I weirdly think I might end up being on a camp of like I think I enjoy the gameplay a little bit more. I don't know, it's tough though, just because like they're both not new, but like there's something about like it's weird. It's hard to pick a favorite between the two of them. So like I'll be kind of curious what like going back is like in terms of like which one I prefer versus the other. Because like on one end you could look at them and be like, oh, they play exactly the same, but like there are little differences
Hmm.
between playing an SMT or a Persona.
Honestly, in my opinion, like I never thought about it till you said that, but honestly, I I might like the gameplay more in Vengeance. Honestly, I've always really loved the gameplay of Five and like just how customizable it all is. I love that so much.
Yeah, and I mean there really are a lot of different kind of aspects to keep you busy in Vengeance a lot more than Persona 3, but Persona 3 has a lot more party members to kind of mess around with and do
Yeah.
things like that. So I'm also hoping because like they haven't shown this up, but I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to add, especially with how much the party is really there. If we're already adding new theurgies, hypothetically, would it be fair to like get a new one for all the party members?
I could see it being possible. Like, we don't know what level of new stuff we could have here. Just because Atlas isn't showing us stuff doesn't mean there isn't stuff there. That's
Ooh, I
different.
thought of a good way to I thought of a good way to cheap out but still get people excited. Bring back like Showtime attacks in the sense of their team ups. So where
Oh,
Theurgies are very much a single person attacking, you can have team up ones because you're going to have like one for Aigis and Metis, Yukari
yeah,
and
Mitsuru.
Junpei, Akihiko and Mitsuru and Ken
Oh,
and Koromaru.
okay, yeah. I was thinking more like who they paired up with, like in those like battles that you end up doing with everybody.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they could do that too. I
That
mean,
make
hey,
that makes sense to me.
the more the better.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
especially
ironically,
if they actually did it like while you're fighting them, like they have like some special move like only when you fight them as a boss.
yeah, that would be really, really cool. Of like, because I was thinking about this of like, I think the amount of theurgies that your party members get is perfect in Reload. I
Hmm.
ironically always thought that your because like of how many there are in the original game, I thought it was kind of weird how few you had and how very much like they're like you unlock most of them towards the end of the game with the main character. So
Oh
like I would
yeah.
hope that we can kind of like change that. Like I know that they're really flashy and probably really expensive to animate and look well, but like that would be a cool one to get a lot more of.
Yeah, if I remember right in the demo, I guess had like two theurgies.
Because she's got the healing one that your character has with, why am I forgetting? It's like the first one you have in the game, right? I'm pretty
Orpheus?
sure it's the same one. Yeah, it's with Orpheus and like where it just does like a healing effect, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one that's healing and one that's just dealing some damage.
Was the other one in the demo the new one with Kukulian?
I don't think so. I don't remember the specific demons. I don't think it was anything new though.
I only remembered when they announced one of the new theurgies they're adding is with Kukulian and the witch lady with the black hat. I always forget her name. But what was funny was I used that exact same finishing attack in Vengeance. Like that was one look at where I had him in my party, and I used that so much.
Okay.
But any last minute thoughts or any other like last takeaways? Any concerns or anything kind of pop up
Uh,
or?
well, I did find it a little funny because they gave me and my girlfriend both like little freebie lanyards that are for reload, and attached to the lanyards like a little like card, and it has a QR code to buy the expansion pass.
Oh, I think I just got it. Is it the same one that they gave away at Anime Expo? So, like, on one end, the lanyard's blue and says reload, and on the other, it shows episode Aigis and then has the whole cast and villains on the back?
The lanyard itself, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's the exact same one they gave away at Anime Expo. I actually
Okay.
just got one last week.
Okay, so you have like the little card that it came with too.
Yeah, because I got it. It's got a big card with both of them on there. It says "Buy Now" on it
Yep,
on both
the
sides.
exact same one. I just found it really
I'm
funny.
not
It's
gonna,
like, damn,
dude. I'm
at
not
least give
gonna
me a
lie.
discount.
I'm not gonna lie. This might be like my favorite lanyard. I really love
It
how nice it is.
it's so funny you say that because just today I decided, you know what, I'm gonna use this for my work ID.
Hell
And I was
yeah.
just, I had a funny moment where someone was walking by me at work and they were like, "Whoa, man, is that Sonic the Hedgehog?"
You bet, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, jeez, but yeah, just wonky to play with a mouse and keyboard. Very short. Not really much to say about it other than doors and like 4 fights, and that was
How
the
did
demo.
how were the vibes of the new level? Because like one of the big things we kind of commented on with Reload was how they gave Tartarus a lot more kind of oomph to like the visuals. Because Tartarus is a pretty boring place in the original P3. So like, did you feel like the new levels still kind of had that interesting visual like look to them?
Well, from what I saw, like it looks like a darker kind of colored area. I was also just trying to figure out finagling the controls at the same time, so I wasn't fully like invested in like what was around. I was just trying to figure out how the hell do I play this? And
Gotcha.
also just the way like it was in the room, I couldn't like fully like take in everything I was seeing. It's like, you got like reflections and shit.
Now, my last question, because this was a weird one, I've been worried about how I'll feel about it. Is the fact that Aegis can just initiate attacks and stun enemies from long distance as cheap as I fear it is?
It could be, but also like I only had like 3 instances where I could have used it, and one I messed up because I was giving my girlfriend the headphones because she wanted to hear the battle music. So then that's
Got
when I ended up
distracted.
getting mass destruction because I got ambushed.
Damn. You got ass destructed.
So actually, she got to hear more mass destruction than I did.
Well, I appreciate you for taking one for the team, playing on God's least favorite controller setup, mouse and keyboards. But Lanyard be damned, I forget. Have you already pre-ordered the expansion pass, or are you still waiting for that five-finger discount?
I mean, I haven't bought it, but chances are I'm just gonna buy it because I know damn well there's not gonna be a sale before it comes out, so I'm just gonna end up paying at the $35 probably on launch day and just play it when it's out.
Well, what's nice is we don't have to worry about it going on sale 2 weeks ahead of time because it's digital only.
Yeah, like, the only way
So
you're
at
getting that
least
on sale is if it's
hypothetically,
on
we yeah
PC.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
But I'm on PS5, so.
As the good Lord intended. Oh my God! You know, I just realized, 'cause we haven't had this leak yet. I don't think we have.
Oh.
Oh my God,
World
Atlas,
premiere.
don't fuck this up, Atlas. I just realized, don't pull a FromSoft. There better be some goddamn new trophies for this DLC.
Oh yeah, Shadow the Erdtree didn't have the trophies, did it?
Not only that, remember, FromSoft never does DLC trophies. They have only ever done DLC trophies for Bloodborne, and that's because technically Sony published it. And they probably were like, hey, numbnuts.
Need some freaking trophies.
That is so strange that hasn't leaked yet. Like, especially, like, because normally, like, trophies will leak pretty early in advance. So I'm double checking right now that it hasn't yet. GameFAQs has a page for it. Let's see here. This Persona 3. When did this go up? Okay. By the way GameFAQs does trophies with spoilers is very weird. Okay, so this is someone just posted all trophies. I don't think there's actually anything here for the answer yet. Okay, so as of 2 weeks before, there is still no trophies, but they've got to have some, right? Like, there's got to be something.
I would think so, but
because like
this is
hope with
also
it.
territory we haven't really had with Atlas before.
Oh yeah, for Baby's first season pass.
Yeah.
Baby's first time adding Joker into a 100th game. We're really going on. I will say this though. I hope they do. Very few games do this, but this is one of my favorite ones where when there's paid DLC trophies, they also add in new free trophies. Like how when Spider-Man would do its DLC with Spider-Man 1, they would be like, oh, okay, here's the expansion pass trophies. Holy shit. Sorry. I just saw the craziest lightning strike in front of my house, and it was really close. Okay.
Oh boy.
So what was funny was they would do stuff for the paid expansions, but then there would also be new ones of hey, did you beat the game on New Game Plus or other things like that? Because there were some things that I was surprised didn't have trophies in Reload that would be nice to see, whether it be get the bad ending or do the boss fight with Elizabeth. I still can't believe there was no boss fight Elizabeth trophy.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't do something like the awards in Royal, the in-game
too much work.
Awards.
Oh my God, we didn't put this in. We didn't put this in as news, but I guess I could say it right here. I somehow had a deal with the devil happen, and by some miracle, Persona 5X is adding in Tycoon, everyone's favorite card game. They forgot.
Online Tycoon might be possible.
Online Tycoon, and the fact that you could play Tycoon portably.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very weird. Oh my God, you know what? There's even more news. I forgot about this one.
Oh.
I guess this is a good way to transition because there were a couple of news things here with it.
Okay.
Atlas, released in Europe and coming out next month. Persona 5 Royal physically on PC. How fucking weird is that?
That's only in Europe?
So it was announced last week and released in Europe, but we will be getting it in September in the West. So
why am I kind of tempted to get it?
Oh, I know, dude. As soon because you know that thing's going to go on discount, or God, I hope so. If this becomes rare, I'll be so pissed.
I have 3 PC physical games, even though I don't have a disc drive.
Here's the weirdest thing about it. So it is currently $59.99. It is shipping September 6th in North America. It is an ESRB rated copy. Now there are also PEGI copies in Europe, so you can order that, and it's actually cheaper. So if it's anything like the Europe release, it is a digital code. I would assume not, but who knows. So It's a box with a code, and the box has some royal art on the inside as well. But what's interesting is there's 3 art cards, and I was like, oh, maybe there will be new art for it because, of course, why would I assume anything nice happens? There's not. They're just like little. They're like little smaller than postcard looking like art cards, but they seem interesting. But like, what's crazy is like, why now? Why no
Yeah.
announcement? The other weirdest thing is this is in the West an Amazon exclusive.
Oh, okay.
So, a lot of weird things about this.
Yeah. Huh.
I will be looking on with this very, very curiously. Once this goes on stupid like sale, I will gladly add this to my like Madden '08 collection of Persona 5 games.
Yeah, I probably
Like
would
I'm
too.
all here for it, but like it's just so funny of like now, by the way, a reminder, it could not be a code because I also should say this. In the Amazon Europe version, it says it's a CD-ROM. So there's a chance that we have a different version than Europe, and hence why ours is a little bit more expensive,
Hmm.
which would be pretty cool. But also at the same time, paying $60 for Persona 5 Royal many years after it's been available is very, very funny to me. But I mean, it's another physical copy that exists out there, so the only way this could have been better is if they like also tied it in with the one more edition, like just to get people to buy it more.
Another. Now we have the PC one more edition. Oh God, another
Actually, makes me wonder.
10,000.
What do you think is the cheapest way and the most expensive way on Amazon to buy Persona 5 Royal?
The
So there's
ch
Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox.
I'm gonna say cheapest is either PS4 or 5.
PS4 wins by $10. Switch and so technically in order, cheapest is PS4 at $29.99. Switch is 38, PS5 is 40, and then Xbox sitting at a cool 52 bones.
52 bones.
People don't understand this, and I mean, like, no one will care about this, but I still genuinely think this is really interesting. Persona, not Persona, but all Atlas Xbox games, those are going to be so stupidly rare.
Yeah,
Like
there's a
one day,
part of me
like,
that kind of wants to get some of them, even though
well,
I
there's
don't
not
buy
many.
Xbox games anymore.
There's really not many. Is the funny thing. Like, what do we got here with it? There's Unicorn Overlord is the only one I'm missing, which I still find very, very funny. Oh no, I still need to get Persona 3 Reload as well. I need to get Reload on Xbox and PS4. That's a weird one of like, I originally wasn't sure about wanting either of those, but then like it kind of came to the point where I was thinking about it and it was like, oh yeah, like on PS4, that's the last Atlas West game physically on PS4. And then with Xbox, it's like, oh yeah, this is also like one of a couple. Because like right now, my Xbox collection for Atlas is Soul Hackers 2, P5R, and P5T.
My Atlas collection for Xbox is Persona 4 Arena, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and Catherine.
As the good Lord intended. Also, I'm sorry, I forgot what I meant to say. I also have SMT5 Vengeance. That's in the Steelbook section. I have those separated differently because I'm a psychopath.
No, I get it. I totally understand that.
But no, I hope it will get cheaper one day. Vanilla Overlord on Xbox is funny to me for so many different reasons. A, it's only on Xbox Series X, no Xbox One version. There is no PC version, and I don't know why they made it. It makes me laugh. Because, like, think about it. There's an Xbox One version of Reload and Vengeance, but not Unicorn.
Huh. I
We live in a
didn't know
strange
that.
time.
So, and Unicorn was on PS4, right?
Yes, but digital only.
See, it's interesting because like we have a bunch of like games that are just skipping out on the Xbox One and going full on series. Like Resident Evil 4 remake did that.
See, like, sometimes it makes sense, but then there are weird cases of, like, there are games that are on Xbox One, but then not PS4.
Oh yeah,
Let's
but
take a look at
those
this bad
those
boy.
don't really happen too much, it feels like, at least now.
What about Metaphor? Where are you picking up Metaphor on?
Oh, definitely PS5.
There's still you can still pre-order that collector's edition on Series X. Just saying, it's sitting there.
Honestly, I don't know if I really want the collector's edition.
Considering how much it's been sold out as many times as it has, it'd be hard not to. I will say though, the collector's edition I am mostly interested in because of, unironically, the steelbook.
Well, of course.
But the art book does look solid, even though I do think the DLC and the Atlas 30th anniversary, not 30th, the Atlas, was it 35 or 40 anniversary book also looks pretty cool.
Mm.
150 is a little bit rough, but at least this one has sold out enough and I think has been underprinted enough times for me to know I won't have, like... I mean, I didn't have FOMO, or, like, not FOMO. I didn't have any regret about P3R's Collector's Edition, but it was one of those things of, like, I think 150 seems fair. Probably could actually be about $100, but I mean, hey, at least it's not 200.
Yeah, I mean, I did get the reload one, but like, I'm probably just gonna go standard, and I mean, I'm probably gonna end up pre-ordering it at some point because I'm a sucker.
It could be worse. It could be the Doom Anthology that comes with a tiny replica and a steelbook with no game disc.
Oh my God, that's right.
I think what's almost more insulting about that is that steelbook is possibly the most boring steelbook I've ever seen in my life.
Can't be having the boring steelbooks.
I mean, it's at least up there with Smash Ultimate in terms of worst steelbooks I've ever seen in my life.
Did you not get the steelbooks for P3P and P4G?
I do, but I have those on order with my collector's edition, so those will
Okay.
all ship at once.
Yeah.
I have many feelings about those steelbooks being empty on the inside. Hurts my soul.
See, they're not technically empty because there is like a kind of design on the P4 one, but it's pretty much just black and gray.
They
And
are
then,
so boring looking.
yeah, pretty much. But I mean, I especially love the outside of the P3P one, but also like why that art specifically for portable is an interesting thing. But
You wanna know something else that's interesting? Would you like to know what the number 6 best-selling game on Amazon is for all PlayStation games?
hit me.
Legend of Dragoon.
Uh,
This doesn't
okay.
look real. I can't believe this. I'm going to read this off to you. Here are the most bought games, bestsellers on Amazon for PlayStation.
Okay.
Mind you, it's all PlayStation. Number 1 is Doom Anthology.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, God of War. No, sorry, God of War Ragnarok on PS4.
I was about to say God of War Ascension. Whoa.
No, we're not that desperate. Number 3 is Legend of Dragoon. Number 4 is Castlevania Requiem, the limited run one.
Huh.
Number 5 is Tekken 3, pre-owned for $41. Number 6, SpongeBob Super Sponge, $20. Number 7, Magic the Gathering Battle Mage, which I am now reacting to. What the fuck? There was a Magic the Gathering PS1 game.
What?
Number 7, Mortal Kombat 4.
Sure.
Number 8, Welcome to Paradise with a Z. Number 9, Toy Story 2 on the PlayStation 1.
Sure.
Number 10, Symphony of the Night, pre-owned, $170.
What is Amazon on?
I have no idea, but I will say this. Number 11, shout out, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade on the PS5.
Wow.
That is wild, man. This looks like someone had a stroke and started buying things.
My bad.
Are you the reason people are buying Legend of Dragoon, Tekken 3, and Magic the Gathering on PS1?
I'm sorry. I'm buying all the copies of Magic the Gathering for the PlayStation 1.
That is so funny. Oh my god. All right. Well, that was our learning experience in the news today, everybody. But We've got two other pieces of news to go over. Just announced yesterday, Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival was currently only out on Nintendo Switch, but is now coming in November. There's a Steam demo out now, sadly not on other consoles, but you will be able to play the game in November on Xbox, PlayStation 5, I think it is just Series, yeah, so just X Series X, Steam, and PS5, no PS4 or one port. And then just announced as well, this is even more wild. Alright, are you ready for this? Obviously, if you play it on PC, this will not affect you at all. I didn't know this. They're platform-exclusive songs. Because remember, like, Taiko no Tatsujin has, like, some Nintendo songs in there. So they had to, like, replace them with other songs.
So they just got a bunch of, for the Xbox version, they just got a bunch of songs from Halo 3.
That actually would fuck really hard. Could you imagine playing, like...
That would.
Oh my god. That would be really, really funny.
3 ODST is my favorite one.
Good for you for not saying 3, though. So... Last Surprise is the only Persona song on there, but it is a PS5 exclusive. That is so weird. I'm gonna see if I can find the other ones on here. So, also,
yeah,
by the way, this was in the. It'll just have TF2 songs. I'm just imagining now, like, one of my favorite things they did in the announcement trailer for this. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend it. Their first new feature, Taiko at 120 FPS. And I'm like, that is not what I would first think of for a rhythm game.
Now we're fucking talking. This is what I've been waiting for.
Alright, so if you pre-order the game, you get 5 Namco-related songs. They are not saying which one. Oh, no, they are. So here are the 5 you get. You get Symphonic Valkyrie, Eat 'em Up from R4, which is actually a really, really good song. Oh, fuck yeah. Going to Lunadia from Klonoa 2, Boku no Chiyu from Mr. Drillerland, and then from Tales of the Abyss, The Arrow Was Shot. So actually not a bad, like, mixture of songs. In case you're wondering, they do still have Megavania and Into the Unknown from Frozen 2.
Need that Dark Souls music
here we
back.
go. So, in addition to platform-exclusive songs, there will be Monster Hunter characters, Mega Man, and Morgana as playable characters there. So you can play as a little avatar version of Morgana, Mega Man, or Apollico. And they added the Monster Hunter World melody, Dr. Wily Stage 1, I assume from Mega Man 1, and then Last Surprise from Persona.
Interesting to have 2 Capcom crossovers and then just Persona 5
I just wonder who gets what, though. Like, Persona going on PlayStation I kind of understand, but, like, who gets Capcom Mega Man versus who gets... It's so... interesting.
Yeah, why not just have that on all?
Yeah, I mean, none of those songs are now anything that's exclusive with it, so that's, like, even more weird.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
Sorry, Xbox gamers. No Mega Man for you.
See, you say that, and then watch Monster Hunter was PC, actually. So, even more wild with this...
The Rise fandom.
Bandai has already announced today that they are making the Taiko drum accessory officially for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
I've always wanted to buy.
They're fun. I will say though, they're like, especially like, it's definitely a try before you buy it because a couple of them are really, really cheapy. Like, feel really, really hollow and shitty.
Yeah, like I know I just saw a pop up for one on like my Twitter notifications for one for like $30, and I'm like, that's probably like. Because like normally I see them for like 100 sometimes.
Man,
I don't know the typical price for that.
I would say 100 or less is about normal. Also, somehow I'm fucking stupid. Number one, this is not the first. Like, I forgot there was another Taiko game on PS4 that we actually got in the West. Also, I forgot about
Yeah.
this. Holy shit! The Taiko drum is a DLC costume in Little Big Planet 3, and that is so cursed. I cannot unsee that now. Thank you. I completely forgot that we got Taiko no Tatsujin drum session all the way back in 2018. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think I bought that off
So
PSN.
Rhythm Festival is the one that's coming this fall. Here's what's wild though. I lied. The demo was only originally up on PC. It's actually now up on everything. So the game is out in November, but you can play the demo on everything now.
So you too can play Taiko at 120
I mean,
FPS.
it is the way the good Lord intended it to be played, let's be honest. I've got to look this up now. I wonder if they will say it in the store notes, if that's like where it like shows Persona 5 is there for it. So here's the pre-order songs. Welcome to whatever. Yes, there's Totoro songs, there's Vocaloid songs. Blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for the Weeb songs, everybody. For all my One Piece fans out there, they did announce. Not announce, I think it's actually already out. If you have Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival, there is One Piece DLC where you can play as all of the One Piece characters, and they added a bunch of like songs from the opening and endings. And just that DLC alone, Jag, I will not lie, I almost bought this game recently on Switch just for that. I was like, because I love playing Taiko no Tatsujin. I have the Vita one and I play the shit out of it on there, but I was like, do I want to play it on the
I didn't even know
Switch
there
though?
was one on Vita. I have like, well, I was gonna say I have two of them, but technically I have four of them if we count the Rhythm Adventure
Oh yeah, because
RPGs.
is that the one that came out before the Rhythm Festival where it has like the 2-in-1?
Yes, because they were like two like Japan exclusive 3DS games, and then they ported them over to
Yes.
Switch,
All right, all right, all right. I forgot
localized
about that.
them.
Thank you for a reminder.
hmm I played the first one. I need to play the second one at some point.
Man. So if you were expecting this much of a Taiko no Tatsujin description of the show, you win the bet for this week because that was not my to guess list. The one,
Fun fact: when I got into Taiko was
why Yakuza 5?
because it had
You're
Taiko in
right.
it. Literally in the
Is it like
arcades.
a weird one where there's just like a couple? I forget. Like, what are the songs in it?
It's been so long, I forget. I just remember having a lot of fun playing Taiko on there, and I'm like, you know what? This kind of
I gotta look
fucks.
this up now. This one's now giving me like a brain rot here for it. So, the one thing I will say, because I know some people don't love this, but I'm curious how you feel about it. How do you feel about Taiko going the like Just Dance way, where you can't buy the songs anymore, and you have to just subscribe to like the
Uh,
music service?
yeah, I wasn't a fan of that when they announced that for the for when it first came out on Switch. It, not a fan, but with PC modding, it'll be obsolete.
That's true. Yeah, I think this being on PC, especially with like Steam and stuff, is going to have a chance for crazy potential with it. So I'm rewatching the trailer now because I'm pretty sure they said which one is which on there for it. But while I'm waiting to get the details on what the other collab songs are for which platform, we might as well go to the last one because this is already kind of Twitter related. Atlas announced the impossible. They are adding new content to SMT V Vengeance, and it's free. So put that gasp of air back into your lungs. Set everyone's expectations real low. This is not actually that exciting. It's cool. It's just not like that crazy. So they are adding in a new navigator to the game, and the navigator is from a list of 31 demons, and we have until holy shit, it's September 1st, so it's almost time. So basically, once you see this, the only way to vote into this is by using a hashtag, and whatever demon has the most hashtags, that's who gets in. There's no website, no official form. This is extremely exploitable. I just want to let everyone know that. So here is the list of all 31 demons. and then we'll kind of talk about who we want versus who we think will win. It's Jack Frost, Black Frost, Mothman, Yoshitsune, Mara, Idun, Kukulian, Cerberus, Cleopatra, Nekomata, Principality, Fion Mac, McCoy, Titania, Katsu, Kershink, Dominion, Demeter, Neko Shogun, Mephisto, Voriv, Makami, Lilim, Loop Garu, Nyami Nyami, Angel, Nu, Oni, Hellbiker, and Oni Yakomban and Kaio no Hime. So those are the choices. Some make sense. Some are interesting choices I wouldn't have necessarily gone for. Like Nami Nami, I think is like a really solid pick, but has absolutely no chance of winning. Weird ones that I'm like kind of shocked aren't already there, but are like perfect fits. I think Hellbiker has no chance in hell of winning, but would be the coolest to watch. Like go around, like follow you. But
Yeah,
who
I
who
think so.
who are you wanting to? Who are you wanting, and are they on the list?
Uh, like I saw this before, but I didn't really think about who I would actually want. I saw some people talking about what's that little fox
Oh,
demon?
Chirium, the guy from Apocalypse, who like
Yeah,
gives you the Mimon.
I know some people said that, and I think that would be cool. But also, I think we should give Fionn Max something to do.
Yeah, especially after beating Vengeance, I'm like, man, we really gave everyone a lot more to do in the story. Even fucking oh no, why am I forgetting his name? The wolf guy who you meet early on in the game. Like even he has a little bit more in there. But yeah, Fionn still completely kind of forgotten outside of his two two missions and stuff in the game. But
Yeah, pretty much.
I would say out of this list, Fionn I'm like actually pretty into. Like I really like the idea of him being someone to sort of follow you around. At the same
Mhm.
time, I will say I'm shocked at how few people I've seen vote for Mara or Cleopatra. Like the current consensus is pretty much been for Fionn or Mothman from everything I've seen online.
For the memes, I'm not
No,
surprised for
well, I
Mothman.
mean, and also Mothman just is just very popular too. Like memes aside, like Mothman is also
Yeah,
just very
yeah,
popular.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look at him. Look at the little guy.
So I would personally say I'm gonna vote for. It's tough because it's like, do I go third party and vote for my heart and waste a vote, or do I help contribute towards someone I know who has a chance to win?
So in your heart, you want Yosuke
I do.
Hanamura.
Like just straight up Persona 2 Yosuke Hanamura. Uh
Persona 2.
yes. Baby Persona 2 one.
Still voiced by
Yes,
Yuri
but
Lowenthal.
Spider-Man 2 Angry Bully Yuri Lowenthal. I would
Uh,
say my heart says Hellbiker, my gut says Fionn. Because also it would be funny to see if
okay.
Mothman doesn't win, how many people would become babies about it.
Honestly, I'm surprised more people haven't went for Mara, considering it's
Do you think it's
Mara.
because it's the low-hanging fruit?
I mean, I don't know if I have enough faith in people to not go for the low hanging fruit.
Now, canonically, Mara is crazy huge, so it would be
Oh
really
God,
funny to
yeah,
see how they kept Mara's size.
yeah. I'm getting flashbacks of that one part of Vengeance where you just walk up and there's this huge Mara that just chases you.
All right. And everyone, bad news. There is no confirmation for what the other songs are, so I'm now just going to manifest this in there that PC got Mega Man and Xbox got Monster Hunter. In my heart,
You
I
heard it
feel like
here
that makes the
first.
most sense. Because I feel like Mega Man, you don't think of Xbox. You know?
He heard it from the Capcom
It's true.
lawyers themselves.
I've got the same legal defense fund that Keiji Inafune has. And
Uh,
I will soon be bought by Inti Creates, and then you will never... Oh, not Inti Creates. Level 5, and then you will never hear from me ever again.
well, maybe you'll be in Layton.
Can we blame all the recent Level 5 delays on Keiji Inafune? Is that possible?
Why not?
I mean, they're not going to not let us do it.
What are they going to do?
That's true.
Stop me?
I mean, there's some dude out there. I don't know how far he ever got in it, but there is a guy out there who did put at least one level of Mighty Number 9 on Vita. Just to show that it could have been done, and they lied to you.
In your restless dreams, you see that
It's true.
port.
Also, I need to stop looking at Taiko stuff, because now I've found out that there are Toho costumes for the little Taiko avatar guy, and I need to get this off my screen.
I'm just waiting for them to bring back the Sailor Moon opening.
Is that not on there?
No, like the only time that's been in Taiko was like in like a PS2
Ooh,
game.
dude, that's like Butterfly or like Cha-La. Like you have to have like there's like a handful of like anime songs you have to have in these games.
If only the Sailor Moon opening was one of them.
Yeah, that's pretty. Now, and by the way, I assume we're talking Sailor Moon, like original Sailor Moon opening, not like the newer ones, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the original, like actual like Japanese one. Moonlight Densetsu or
No,
whatever
in this
it's
house
called.
we only sing the Deke original one.
See, I know that's what most people like, but I watched it in Japanese, so that's what I hear. I just have that song replaying in my head every day.
So I forgot because my brain is in Taiko hell right now. Who did you vote for again?
Well, I didn't actually vote, but I just now said
Okay.
Fion. Just to give him
I'm
something.
putting you down for 2 votes for Black Frost.
Okay.
So now the real question that we have to ask ourselves: why not just add all of these? This seems like something that,
Why
like, could we not just have
Vincent
everyone
from
on
Capra?
there?
Honestly, yeah. Makes sense.
And they're like, because it makes so much sense, that's why it is not happening.
Which is why that makes sense.
So I'm curious to see who wins. I'm curious to see how soon it gets implemented. My hope is this. So the giveaway... What do we see here? So the giveaway ends in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. If it gets added before the end of September, my gut just tells me that they are all in there as, like, summonable demon navigators. They just chose to make some playable and not. So, like, I wonder, because, like, I haven't seen any mods of, like, adding navigators to the game, so I wonder either how difficult or easy that would be.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked too much in how modding with SMT5 has been, but
Oh my
I know I
god, is that
definitely haven't seen
Brazilian
really any
Hatsune
Navigator
Miku
mods.
in my game?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry she's not there yet, is what you're telling me. Thank you.
Yes. That's exactly how I meant it.
Oh my god. Well, besides that,
Ba-da-ba-ba.
I think we have hit the end of the show, unless I'm forgetting anything.
Uh, unless there's more shit to shoot.
Well, my wife has already come in at least 3 times. That was my way of her telling me, "All right, buddy, wrap it up." Show
Wrap it
notes.
up.
One last show note that kind of goes into the end. We are doing a SMT5 Vengeance Anime Expo bag giveaway. So if you would like a comically easy way of winning this bag, I have an extra one to give away. You just got to go to the Patreon, patreon.com/SMTN, and comment on the little giveaway post. And basically what I'm saying is the more people who do it, the worse chance Jagingus has of actually winning it. So...
No, you know what, guys? Don't even bother doing it because I'm actually gonna win this time.
You've made 9 Patreon accounts just to make this happen.
Yeah, suddenly 9 Patreon accounts from all the same address. Like,
oh yeah,
wow.
I'm checking anyone's addresses on there. So
let's see where
yes,
they live
so this episode will go up. Most people will probably be seeing this by Wednesday, the 28th. You have until the 30th to enter, or most likely I'll probably end up picking a winner by like Saturday, Sunday. But as long as you comment by then, you'll be entered into the giveaway. It's open to pretty much anyone, so no matter where you live in the world, make me eat the shipping costs and hate myself. But it's one of the things we like to do there on the Patreon, do some more giveaways. I've got a couple other cool goodies to give away, including, as I know you people are waiting for this, I was given by listener of the show Twist an extra piece of Soul Hackers 2 merchandise. And it's not just a copy of the game, it's actual merch. Please contain your excitement.
Are we to disclose what that
no,
is?
mystery merch item.
Because that's something I would put in for too.
Yes, so I've got at least 3 more giveaways planned.
So nobody touch it. I'm the only person.
It will be in the hermetically sealed chamber. But if you would like to enter and go support the show, just like all the beautiful patrons and everyone out there, you've still got some time. It's a good way to support the show, help keep my broke/unemployed butt off the streets, keep me out of those filthy, filthy GameStop dumpsters, or whatever it is I should be doing with my time. So, big shout-outs also to all the Patreon lovers and extraordinaires out there, such as Jagingus himself. You get top billing because you're on the show, so I gotta say you first.
Well, I mean, there was a time where I was always
That's
the first
true,
one.
and then they changed how Patreon now does it by who's the newest patron, not like the amount. So I think technically, you're slapped in the middle. It's very weird, because somehow when you signed up, you're not on a tier. So you're the only. No, there's 2 other people. There are a few people who have signed up without doing the tier. And it's very funny, how it throws the list off and everything for it. But there are 2 tiers.
I think it's because I went over.
That's okay.
Tier.
The true super fans. So if you want to help support the show, $1 tier will get you the shows early and giveaways and things like that. And then the $5 and up tiers get mentioned at the end of each episode, just like Jagingus, John Massey, Michael Wilson, Belchill, Budweiser Tall Cans, Carlos Hernandez, Cross Ren, Winnie, Gorosero, Solaire, Mirth Mouser, Stephen Yip, and Patrick Dissart all have. So thank you all so much. Jag, where can people find you besides making bad purchasing decisions on Amazon.com?
Well, I'm on Twitter at Jagingus. There's also my Twitter that I make really short, vague reviews of games I beat. Jagingus score.
Now, what's the most recent game to get jagged?
Let's see. That's a good question, actually. Let's see. The last game I beat was Famicom Detective Club, the girl who stands behind.
Hey, you ready for the Smiling Man?
Yeah, I played both of them because, I already had them, when they first came out. I just never got around to playing them. Then I found out they were both really short, and this third one was coming out, so I'm like, fuck it.
I'm still so bummed we didn't get those physically over here.
I know. I would have bought that Japanese one if it even had English on it, but nope.
I feel like, depending on how well the Smiling Man does, I could see it being like a Bayonetta 1 situation where we get it after the fact.
I don't know if I see that for this,
Be
though.
optimistic. Lie to yourself with me. We live in a world where fucking Pizza Tower gets a physical release. Why can't a goddamn first-party
See,
Nintendo game get one?
honestly, Pizza Tower makes a lot of sense. I mean, hey, you want to talk about Nintendo games we don't have? Fucking Buddy Mission
That...
Bond.
Oh my god, that upsets me so much.
I know.
So...
At least I got Natsumon.
Okay, yeah, that's true. By the way, we completely forgot to talk about it, but I'm not gonna lie. We can kind of make this the outro. Was this a popular Nintendo Direct today? Like, what's the general consensus? Because like
Oh yeah, we didn't
normally
even talk about the
this is what
Direct.
happens. A Nintendo Direct happens, I get really excited and watch it, and then I say, wow, that was really good, and then I look online and everyone says, that sucked. And then I was doing job interviews today, and so I didn't get to watch it live. I actually still haven't watched it, like all of it yet. It was a Nindies in partner showcase back to back, and
Yep.
what was there looked cool, but like the biggest pop for me was a fucking sizzle reel game of Tits getting remade. They're remaking Tits.
Yeah, I saw that. I'd never played one of those games, but that's one I would consider since it's like the very
Yeah,
first
so
one.
it's like that's cool, but like we still know we don't even know who's publishing it over here. Like I'm kind of surprised they even included that in ours,
Yeah.
but like here's the weird thing. When your ending game is just straight up Yakuza Kiwami,
Oh my god, yeah, I got jump scared by
well, at least you
that.
didn't say Tekken, so at least there was that. But like I just was like
I
I was
saw
just
that.
like that's cool. Like that's great that Yakuza is going to be there. But like, why one? Like, why start with Kiwami? Why not Zero? Why not both? Why just one? Like,
Well, I mean, it's coming out the same day as the show, so and it's
oh,
gonna be closer to
that
Yakuza 1.
actually, I completely
Also, I
forgot
can't wait
about
for
the
the
show.
limited run games
I
physical.
completely forgot about that. Are you ready for that to be
Yep.
exclusively only being sold through limited run games?
Because I'll probably end up buying it if it was.
Yeah, I will probably be talking about this in like a separate video because this isn't really Atlas related yet, but it could get there eventually. Um, I think we're about to, if not already existing in a future, where unless you are a Sonic the Hedgehog or a mainline Persona game, I think Limited Run might be publishing most of those companies' games.
Yeah. And I'm a sucker who keeps buying them because I get shit I want.
So I can put you down for the $300 Sonic the Hedgehog Collector's Edition.
That, no. I do want to say, back on the Direct, that new Atelier game, honestly, looks
No,
interesting.
actually, that did look pretty cool. I've seen some conflicting reports. Did they confirm it's a new trilogy?
I don't know
I saw
anything
people
about
being
that. I
like,
just saw it was a
yeah,
new game, new main
I saw that
character.
and I was like, oh, okay, that's it. That's interesting. Like, I thought there were like, oh yeah, sorry, going back to like the overall thing, I thought the direct was solid from everything I saw announced.
No, I thought so
My
too.
only thing is, I just don't think there was no one big whoa game.
No, there were no real heavy hitters. It was just kind of like somewhat niche in some aspects, but like I fuck with that. So
Any other highlights before we
I'm just
get
glad
out of here, though?
Suikoden has a date. Suikoden's got a
With
date.
a physical,
So
thank God.
yeah, I fully expected to have to import an
I
Asian
I
one, but
forgot
no.
that's also coming to Xbox, which was also surprising.
Yeah, and even getting it physical. I was kind of hoping for a Dragon Quest III
I
demo.
bet that will come, but sooner to the release date. Square's got at least 500 other demos to release before the end of the year.
That's true.
You gotta ask, where's my
Uh,
Romancing Saga 2 remake demo?
I've never played it, so I can't really say anything about
It's,
it.
from what I remember, 2 is probably the best out of the first 3. But I haven't played Mineral Saga in a really long time.
Okay. It's something I barely know anything
Let
about.
me tell you about it. Let me tell you about the new Legend of Mana game that comes out tomorrow and no one is talking about.
There's always those, huh?
No, I played that demo. That demo scared me away from buying that game. Also, having no money also helped.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it sometimes.
Well, speaking of, I've got to go back to Indeed.com and put in at least 9,000 other applications. But Jag, it was nice talking with you, and thank you for regaling me of Big Boss's adventures in New York City.
Yeah, what? You mean Metal Gear
Yes.
Solid 2?
Yeah, that was I think that was your subsistence version.
That this is my
Yes.
subsistence. I'm subsistencing out.
Oh, I don't like I don't like imagining Big Boss subsistencing like right in front of me though. That makes me a little uncomfortable. I'd rather at least be like a jeans, memes, and creams kind of guy.
Jeans, memes, and creams.
All right, well, everyone, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget about the giveaway. We will see you next week. I'm just gonna assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, a prelude to the answer coming out for an episode. But thank you so much for watching and listening, and however the hell you consume the show. We'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.